Cooley Show. It's your life. Come on.
Hello, welcome to the James Cooley Show. It's your life. Wow, I'm gonna tell you, we got this absolutely fantastic, extraordinary guest that's going to talk to us about health and fitness, and a lot of other things on what it is, what it takes to stay healthy and fit, and also she's going to talk to us about coaching. I mean, just like you need a doctor, you need a dentist, you need a health coach as well. And so we're going to get off into all of those things because it's different. It's different, especially when you're trying to obtain your ultimate fitness level. You got to be on mentally, emotionally, and physically. So I'm looking forward to the show, and I cannot even start the show without bringing on my absolutely fantastic co-host. How you doing today, Michelle?
Hey, I'm doing great. I'm excited about the show today. We were talking, me and the guests were talking before showtime, and this is an amazing topic because, the title is, what is a health coach? And I don't know what a health coach is. I really don't. But you know what? I'm thinking in my mind, it has more to do with, it's not just physical fitness. There's a lot involved, I'm thinking, in being a health coach. There's a lot of moving parts to being a health coach, in my opinion, but I'm excited to hear what our guest today has to say about what exactly is a health coach. I mean, me and you, we work out, we're physically fit, but I think the health coach encompasses a portion of that, but there's more parts to it.
I think there's a whole lot of parts to that, and our guest today is going to enlighten us and talk to us about that. So, whether you watching this on television, E360 TV, or whether you watch it on LinkedIn, whether you watch it on YouTube, wherever you're watching this at, 24 different streaming networks, you can be part of the conversation just by going to the comments portion and allow StreamYard to use your Facebook picture, and you can ask this absolutely wonderful guest any questions that you want to. Michelle, I can't wait to get this started. Can you please tell our viewers what's the purpose of the show, the title of the show, and introduce this great guest?
Yes, the title of the show today is What is a health coach? And we're getting to know board certified health coach and ACE certified personal trainer, Jen Bruno. And we're going to talk about what exactly a health coach is and about the credentials needed to become one, and learn about the value that having a health coach can bring. So let's talk about our guest a little bit. Jen Bruno. Jen, again, she's a board certified health coach and a personal trainer, certified personal trainer who is passionate about health and wellness, behavior change, and inspiring people to live their healthiest and happiest lives. She has been a certified personal trainer since 2008 and a certified holistic health coach since 2011, and has maintained a private practice for much of this time while also working in corporate wellness. She is certified through the American Council on Exercise, Wellcoaches, the Institute for Integrative Nutrition, the National Board for Health and Wellness Coaches, the Institute for the Psychology of Eating, and the Association of Diabetes Care and Education Specialists as a diabetes prevention lifestyle coach. She's a graduate of DePaul University in Chicago, Illinois, where she attended on a softball scholarship. In 2011, she was inducted in the DePaul Athletic Hall of Fame for her accomplishments on the field. She has a love of reading, lifting heavy things, attending live sporting events, sending handwritten letters to her friends and pen pals, walking anywhere and everywhere, and eating pizza on Friday nights. My kind of person. The James Cooley Show, it's your life. Welcomes Jen Bruno to the show.
How you doing, Jen? How you doing?
How are you guys? So great to be with you, Dr. Cooley and Michelle. Thanks for having me.
It's an absolute pleasure having you, because as we talked about prior to going on air, it's needed. And as you mentioned, you go to the doctor for certain things, you go to the dentist for certain things, you need to go to a health coach for certain things.
That's right.
So I'm excited to have you on the show, and I'm also excited to find out all about this All-American, this inducted in the Hall of Fame, all of these great things, triathlon. I mean, you certainly, you are the example.
Oh, thank you so much. Well, as we talked about, I want to be a role model. I want to walk the walk, and I preach what I preach, and I want to follow that. So I just want to be a good example for others and abide by what I believe in and value.
Can you start off? Can you tell our listeners? I know Michelle mentioned a little bit about you, but can you tell them a little bit more about you? I'm gonna give you the screen to yourself, so you got it.
Sure. So you want me to just speak on my career, or you want me to go back to my upbringing? I know that was one of the
upbringing right now. Upbringing, growing up. Where you get your work ethics from.
Okay. Yes. So I was born in Chicago, raised in the south suburbs, about 25 miles south of downtown Chicago. And I grew up in a town called Glenwood. And it was a close-knit community. All of our neighbors' parents were kind of surrogate parents for us. So everybody watched out for everybody, spent all day from sun up to sundown when the weather was good, outside, running around, playing sports. Being outside, being active was always from day one central to me. So that carried on into my life. I would say my work ethic, my dad worked his body to the bone. So he was always working. Even when he wasn't working, he was working on people's cars or doing handiwork in the neighborhood. So he was always involved in projects and helping others. And I think that's another thing that I always took, is that my mom is the same way. How can she help somebody? Anybody could come to our door and knock on our front door and ask for something, ask for help, ask for eggs for a recipe, ask to get their car battery jumped, and my family would provide it. So I think being of service to others is central to how I was raised, and it's in my DNA. So it's still instilled in me as I navigate my career.
Wow. Yeah. I'm excited to ask you about the induction into the DePaul Hall of Fame, and as a softball player, coach, and as a triathlete. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah. So I played all sports when I was young, but softball seemed to be that was like, so I was so natural to that, gravitated to that. And I remember the first time I picked up a ball, I was with my dad and my cousins and my dad's brother, my Uncle Lynn. And he said, Jenny, throw the ball to Uncle Lynn. So I threw the ball, and he says to my dad, Frank, did you see how she threw that ball? And she throws that ball like a boy, and she's a girl. And this was, back in the day where there was, whoa, wow, girls can do that. Now we're all about, women power. But my dad said, do that again. So I did it again. And it was so natural to me that I would play lots of other sports because I loved them. But softball started to become really, I wanted to play all the time. I wanted to see how good can I get, and just always maximize and reach my potential. So that potential led me to a athletic scholarship at DePaul. And then through, as I like to say, men lie, women lie, numbers don't lie. You produce and you perform, and there are accolades. Of course, you don't play the games for that. You don't play your sports for that. Usually you don't. Mm-hmm. You play for the love of the game. And I did that, but I was able to be successful enough that my university would deem me to be one of the best that had come through the school. So it was the biggest honor, I would say, of my life. I would say there hasn't been anything since that has trumped that. So that is something that I just have fond memories of that moment. And it breeds confidence in you, when you can reach pinnacles of excellence that you strive for and you actually attain it. Mm-hmm. It fuels you to do even more big things in your life. And I think that's what it has done for me.
Wow, that is a great honor. I mean, to be inducted into your university's Hall of Fame. So, team sports and sports in general, we try to teach our young people, just people in general, the lessons you can learn by being part of a team, by being part of a sporting team. So what lessons did you learn being a part of a team that you carry today in your life?
Yeah, so we're all so wildly different personality wise and just preference wise and how you want to be communicated with even. So being part of a team, you're just one cog, but you need to get along with everybody, and you need everybody utilizing their strengths. Mm-hmm. So the sum, the sum of the parts and the whole, you need to pull together. It's not just one person, it's what everyone can bring. Mm-hmm. So teamwork, obviously, it's instilled in me, but also the fact that you're not going to treat everybody the same, but you're going to treat everyone fairly. And I think that's a differentiation that, people need to realize that people respond in different ways. So how can you best reach somebody, whether you're a manager or a coworker, or even building friendships? How can you, let's say, the love language, what is, some people like to hear affirmations. Some people like to receive a gift. Some people like, to do favors for others. So it's learning what makes each person individual and also special, and how you can utilize that to engage in really amazing endeavors together. So the teamwork, the sum of the parts, and dedication, discipline, commitment, and sacrifice. You cannot reach big goals without those things. If good, we all would have amazing, great things, and they would be, at the drop of a hat. But it requires discipline and dedication. And even when the motivation's not there, there's times where you just need to lean on the commitment you made to yourself, even when you don't feel like doing what is right in that moment.
Wow. I definitely agree.
I think we kind of lost Michelle for a second or so. Can you hear me, Jen?
Yes, I can.
Yeah, so
you have different players. The principles of what the message you want to relay to them is the same, but the methods are definitely different because everybody is different. So Jen, let's talk about where you are now. What made you decide to become a board certified health coach, as well as a certified personal trainer. Can you tell us how you got to that point?
Absolutely. So it started with me just being very active and always working out. And so people would come to me in the gym and say, could you train me? And I would say, but I'm not a trainer. And they're like, oh, that's okay. You seem to know what you're doing. Just train me. And I want to pay you money. And I said, I cannot take your money. I am not certified to do this. And so that kept happening enough times that I said to myself, just go get the darn certification so you can help these people, because they want the help and they are looking at you as a leader. And I like to be looked at as a leader. So went and got certified. And then I started training clients, and they would come to me on 3 hours of sleep, or they couldn't turn their head because they have they wrenched their neck somehow, or they threw their back out, or they were stressed about work or relationships or money or, family things, what have you. And they would come and want me to kill them in the gym. And I just knew that was not, because exercise adds stress to your body. It's a good stress because it's going to make you stronger and, increase your immunity and build you up. But in that moment, it's a major stressor. So if you're coming to me already weighed down with other stressors, it's going to be counterproductive. So I started to think of, okay, what, like Michelle and I were speaking about earlier, wellness is more than just physical fitness. So what can I do to start educating myself and adding to my toolbox so I can help people when this stuff comes up? So I went and got some nutrition coaching certifications so I could help people eat better, clean up their food. Okay, we're going to work out and we're going to clean up the food. These are good combinations for weight loss, fat loss, and all that, weight management. And then I was trying to understand, why won't they eat the broccoli? They know they need to eat these foods. And they're like, Coach, I know we made a meal plan together and I had high hopes, but I ate chocolate cake for dinner last night. So I started to try to understand, okay, I need the psychology behind this stuff now. So I went to the Institute for the Psychology of Eating. And that was a game changer for me, because I was able to get underneath some of these unwanted behaviors and relationships with food that people have that aren't healthy to them, but they don't know how to break out of those constraints. And so that allowed me to really start to take them in a different direction with that. And so got there. And then where did I go from there? Then I went and got a health coaching certification that would wrap it all up in a nice, put an umbrella over all of these individual tools. And once I got the health coaching certification, I was able to sit for the boards. So since then, I've added a diabetes lifestyle coach, because I think that's a very prevalent issue in our society, if not the world. And pretty soon I'll be wrapping up a tobacco cessation, because I believe not just old school cigarettes, but we have vaping, we have e-cigarettes, we have all sorts of other nicotine, tobacco devices. So people, I think that's another thing that people may need help coaching.
Wow. So hold that thought. We're going to take a station break, but we're going to come back. And I got to beat Michelle to this question, because I know she want to ask this question. But
all right, you better rock, paper, scissors or something over there.
We're gonna take a station break. We'll be back with more Jen Bruno. It's Your Life. I'm Dr. James J.C. Cooley. See you in a minute.
Get a chance to know who you are. And once you know who you are, you truly know who you are, love who you are. Love who you are. You're a masterpiece. Love who you are. Love who you were born to be. Love me some meaning. That's what I'm talking about. When you leave high school, you gotta know today or tomorrow, or hopefully today, what your plans are. Hopefully, there is no bad decision unless there is no plan. Create, collaborate, commit with confidence. Commit with what? Commit with what? In everything that you do.
Noah Dingley here, producer of The James Cooley Show, It's Your Life. And the new audio version of James' book, Country Boy, City Boy, A Journey That Ain't Over Yet, is a must-have. James shares his true life story of struggle and success in America. It's both a cautionary tale and a roadmap to achieving the American dream. Get the new audio version of Country Boy, City Boy, A Journey That Ain't Over Yet by James Cooley on Amazon.com or wherever audiobooks are sold.
Hello, welcome back to the James Cooley Show. It's Your Life, and I tell you, Jen, she's bringing it already. I got excited about her telling about her board certifications and all of those things that requires, not really required, but if you want to be legit, is what I call it. You have to be certified.
Absolutely.
Especially if you're gonna be taking other people's money. You got to be certified.
You got to. You got to.
And I know exactly what you're talking about, Jen, because I taught for over 25 years, fitness, aerobics, personal trainer, all that type of stuff,
Yeah.
and ACE certified, Alpha, all the different certifications, So, but Jen, can you tell our listeners exactly what is a health coach? I'm sorry, Michelle, I had to ask that question first.
Yeah. So a health coach is a lot of things. I hope you're ready. So it is your change partner, your ally, your guide. It's a member of your healthcare team. And we work together to create lifestyle changes that are sustainable and chosen by you as the client. So the coach is, you can say, a partner who's going to help you leverage your personal strengths. We're going to help you increase mindfulness. We're going to help you enhance your self-awareness, because we can all use that. We're going to help you lead with positivity in your life. We're going to help you increase hopefulness, optimism, your confidence. We're going to help you build resilience. And we're going to help you develop a vision and a plan to follow for long-term health and wellness. So we're all about helping you reach your optimal health and happiness. That's the main goal.
So what is the definition of health?
Well, to me, it is having vitality, energy, a sense of calm and inner peace, and having a body that doesn't hold you back. So a body that is your vehicle in life, firing on all cylinders and ready to take you where you want to go and when you want to go there. So that's as succinctly as I can give you my definition of health in this moment.
So Jen, so I come to you and, as a prospect, and I am asking you as a health coach, how can you help me? So how can a health coach help me, help anybody?
Yeah. So the things that we can work on are, we can help you. So basically we're helping you set goals as they relate to your vision. So anything that falls under the health and wellness umbrella would be nutrition, any goals related to nutrition, fitness, exercise, movement. And it helps when you have a specialty in that. Although if you're a generalist, that's fine too. But I like, for me, the fact that I have nutrition certifications and I am a fitness expert. So I can really, really, confidently tell you we can reach those goals. So we can help you with sleep, stress management, relationships, support networks, social life, communication with others. These also cause people strife and unhappiness in their life and can affect their health. I can help you with reaching out and figuring out your joy, what brings you joy in life and your purpose in life. Spirituality doesn't have to be religion, but any goals around wanting to have more of that in your life. Tapping into your creativity. We lose that as we leave childhood and get into adulthood, most of us. Personal growth, education, personal development. Your home environment, that could be keeping you unhappy or unwell. Rest and inner work. So sure, we all want to work out, but how often do we work in? Do we have that peace, calm, meditative state where we're just listening to that gut voice in our second brain in our gut and listening to our instincts? And then finally, mind-body connection. How well can you connect what your mind and body are these messages that are maybe confusing you, but we get you slowed down so you can really look at those messages that are coming to you on a daily basis, probably.
Okay, well, that definitely that explains a lot as far as what the health coach can help me with and the value.
Yeah.
So, like as a client, right? Yeah. What is meant by a client's vision when they're participating in a coaching session? I mean, can you explain that? That's part A, and part B is, how do you set realistic expectations with your clients?
Yes. Okay. So as far as vision talk goes, a vision is your personal ideal self and ideal future, because coaching is forward looking. So we're looking looking to not to the past, but to the future. And it's going to encompass your dreams, your values, your passions, your purpose, your sense of calling, your core identity. Who do you see yourself at the core of your being? And the vision represents not just what we desire to do, but also who we desire to be, what sort of person. And so if you were my client, I would have some questions for you in terms of, what, if your life were so-called perfect in your mind, in 3 to 5 years, what does your life look like? Who's involved? What are you doing? Where are you living? Who are you being? What does your day-to-day look like? What sort of purpose are you, putting out into the world? So the vision is going to encompass everything you want, how you want it, what it looks like, what it feels like, and what it will mean for you once you have it. So we can dream and wish for things. Well, what will they really mean to you? So my philosophy is we can be pushed by deadlines and expectations and to-do lists, or we can be pulled by the force of a compelling vision. So this has the power to overcome any sort of laziness, fear, lethargy, things like that. And then you had a second part, or you want me to pause there?
No. Keep going.
Okay. So when you come to me for coach, how can I help you? Well, I'm going to help you gain clarity on where to start, because so many people are like, they're at 0 or, some level, let's just say 0, and they want 100 and they want it tomorrow and they don't even know where to start. And so that's daunting, and that's anxiety producing. So you come to a coach and we slow you down. It's a systematic process. Like, take a breath. We have a little, take a breath. And we help you gain clarity on where to start. And then we are your point person, your guide, your advocate, your partner, your cheerleader. We are there with you every step of the way. And how often or how many times in your life can you say that you have that? Because when you go to a doctor, they're going to give you 12 to 15 minutes. You go, wherever you go, people are distracted, but the coach is in full presence with you. So together, we discover what your vision of your optimal health and wellness looks like. And we're going to learn to identify and navigate ways around obstacles, barriers between you and where you want to be. Because I think that when people get stumped and thwarted once, they quit, or they'll try again, then they quit. And then by 3 times, they're like, yeah, it's just never going to work out for me. But when you have a coach that sees the best in you and sees your strengths and knows you've been living on this earth for how long, and it's not easy to live in this world. So you're doing something, you have some sort of gumption or strength that allows you to survive living in this modern world. So we know that you have it, and you might be down on yourself, but the coach is not down on yourself. The coach sees the best in you and sees your strengths. So the coach is also a behavior change expert. You have probably behaviors you want to change, and you have no idea how to change them because you think you just won't do it. I don't like that I do that. I just won't do it tomorrow. I don't like that I drink a bottle of wine every night. I just won't do it tomorrow. But you've been doing it for how many years? Change is hard, but that's why having the guide and the coach along to accompany you on this journey in bite-sized pieces make this change sustainable. So, together you have accountability. The coach is your accountability partner. Like, we were going to set goals, and let's see how it went. It's not a pass or fail, but like, let's learn from it. If it was a smashing success, amazing. We're going to celebrate. If it was, man, this X, Y, and Z happened and my family, this, that, and the other. Okay, let's learn from it. How can we put in some backup plans for when things come up? How can we jump over them, crawl under them, run around them? So there's always going to be barriers and things. So we help you, get backup plans and contingency plans so you can still succeed. And we focus on the whole entire you, as we had spoken about all the elements of wellness.
Wow. I want to hold it right there because we got to take a station break, but we're going to pick it up right there when we get back.
Okay.
So everybody, if you want to be part of this conversation, all you have to do is go to the comments and just identify yourself with StreamYard, meaning that you allow them to show your Facebook picture, and you can ask this a great guest any questions that you want to. I see that we already got a couple of them. Dr. Mantel, you rock too.
Yeah.
And Terry Sue, my buddy, thank you. But we're going to take a station break, but we'll be back shortly. It's Your Life. I'm Dr. James J.C. Cooley. Hello. Hey, I'm James Cooley. I am the founder and CEO of the J.C. Cooley Foundation, Options, Opportunities, / Choice Program. Our primary mission is to help build the foundation of our youth and young adults and communities. And we encourage everyone to dream big, think big, and be big at everything you do. And the way that you do that is, first of all, you got to believe in yourself. You have to believe in yourself. You have to know that you are here for a purpose. You also have to be able to step out your comfort zone and do things that you probably didn't think that you can do.
Life is a series of circles and cycles, crazes and stages. These experiences teach you the lessons of life. You can either ignore them or embrace them. Welcome to It's Your Life with James Cooley. James is a motivational speaker, author, military veteran, and founder of the J.C. Cooley Foundation. James is here to equip you to strive for greatness and overcome adversity. It's time to get you equipped today for the challenges of tomorrow. Now, here's the host of It's Your Life, James Cooley.
It's your
Hello, welcome back to the James Cooley Show. It's Your Life, and I don't know about you, I'm having so much fun, and I'm learning a whole lot. And Jen, I see why you want to talk in your field.
Thank you.
You really know your stuff.
Thank you.
So I got. What are some of the biggest lifestyle changes that a person have to do in order to, first of all, get fit, maintain fit, and also stay balanced?
So would you say like the lifestyle choices with the biggest impact?
Yes.
Okay. This is going to be an acronym that's going to be easy to remember. It's coach, COACH. And so these are general things, and they can mean whatever they want for you as an individual. So the C is curiosity. If we can be curious individuals, we can breed more happiness, better health, lots of other positive things in our life. Openness, another one that will bring you better health, better outcomes, being open and having an open attitude. Associations, social life. So this is one of the longevity keys that has been proven, that your connections and your social life and relationships and friendships are life sustaining. So if we can, give life to those, breathe life into those, and cultivate them, that's another really big lifestyle impact. And conscientiousness, treating people how you want to be treated, being compassionate and empathetic, and seeing people, seeing things through other people's eyes, and not being so rigid in how you see things or how you think about things, and just being more caring. If we could all just be a little bit more caring and kind and pay things forward and help others, I think that goes a long way. And then the H is healthy practices. So these are the lifestyle things that you would work on with a coach. Simple things like, how much water are you drinking? How much sleep are you getting? How much physical movement and activity are you getting? How much play and joy do you have in your life? How much are you laughing? Laughter is medicine. So coach, that is your acronym to remember those. And if you bring some of those into your life, you will have, some improved outcomes and more happiness.
I love that acronym. It's very good. Easy. It is definitely easy to remember.
Yeah.
So Jen, as a health coach, first of all, what credentials does one need to have to become a health coach? And what areas are there that you do not cover?
Yeah, so that's a good question. So there are a lot of certifying bodies now that can certify you as a health coach. Mm-hmm. And if people are confused, I would start backwards or from the end to the beginning, meaning I would go to the National Board Certification website. So that is NBHWC.org. Mm-hmm. And they will have a list of credentialed wellness coaching programs. Mm-hmm. So that are vetted and that they acknowledge. So then you can pick one that strikes your fancy, what looks good to you. You can read their philosophies and how they operate. I went through Wellcoaches. I have no regrets about that. I loved my training there. So I found Wellcoaches, and they are vetted, and you need to go through one of these programs before you can sit for the board. So mm-hmm. That's why I say go to the board, so that you're not taking a program that is not going to allow you to sit for that. So mm-hmm. It has to be something that they have vetted. So that's the credential, and the gold standard is getting board certified. It's not easy to do, but if you're serious about this craft and this career, I think that that's something that you should, get on your resume there. So what we wouldn't do as coaches, we're not prescriptive, and we don't give advice. So I wouldn't, if you had financial goals, for instance, mm-hmm. Michelle, I could help you figure out, I'm not going to be your financial advisor, but we can talk about ways for you to take that bull by the horns and make small short-term goals that can lead to long-term goals that could lead to your vision around how you want to, focus on your finances or whatever. We are not going to prescribe supplements or medications or any of that nature. So we're not physicians, and we're not therapists. So we're not going to be diving into past trauma or things of that nature. We're looking at the hopeful. We're not looking at painful past. We're looking at the hopeful future. So those are things off the top of my head I could share with you that we would not be counseling, not counseling, giving advice, or prescribing.
I like that when you said you don't look at the painful past, you're looking at the hopeful future. So I definitely, that's a great takeaway. Jen, tell us about JB Fitness. And also, what can a person do to motivate themselves to become more physically active?
Okay, so JB Fitness, I started. This is a good story. I'll be succinct with it. But when I was becoming, that time where I told you, be my trainer, I'm not a trainer, and then I was getting certified. Mm-hmm. I was living in the South Loop in Chicago, and I would walk past this gym every day, and I said, "Wow, it's called Phenomenal Fitness," and I said, "Wow, that's a cool name." When I'm a trainer, I want to go work at Phenomenal Fitness. I like the logo. I like the colors, everything. So I went in and I talked to the owner, Sean Armstead, and I said, "Sean, pleased to meet you. I walk by here every day, and I am soon to be a personal trainer, and I want to come work here." So I worked with him. And he says, "I appreciate you coming and telling me you want to wait till you get certified. Like that's integrity. You didn't come and say you want to start working and make up a bunch of stuff." So he took me when I got certified, and he taught me the ropes. And immediately, this is where the jump off came for me. He said, "Hey, do you want to go to these people's homes in Hyde Park, where former President Obama lives? Do you want to go to Hyde Park? Because a lot of people want trainers to come to their home gyms." And I said, yeah. I mean, I've never done that, but let me do that. So I would go with my little backpack of my boxing stuff and my resistance bands and whatever else I could carry. And I would go train people in their homes. And then I realized this is what I want to do. I want to bounce around the city, and I want to train people in all these different neighborhoods. So that's where JB Fitness came in. Is I'll come to your condo gym in downtown Chicago. I'll come to your living room. I'll come to wherever you are, in the park, wherever. I'll come to you. You don't need to come to me. I don't have a location. I will come to your location, wherever that may be. So that's the impetus for JB Fitness. And what was your next question?
What can you do to motivate people, or how can they motivate themselves to become more physically active?
It's I'm not saying it's easy. It's simple as what do you like to do? And if we want to get that conversation going, what did you do when you were 5 years old that you just loved and you would do all day and all night till your parents made you come in and eat dinner? And I say that because I had a client, a 67-year-old client, and he says, "Man, I want to be more active. I need to get, my cardio is no good." I said, "Well, what do you like to do?" "I don't know." I said, "Well, what did you used to like to do?" He said, "Well, when I was a kid, I rode my bike like miles, 50 miles, 100 miles. I said, "Well, where's your bike?" "I don't have a bike." "Can you get a bike?" "Oh yeah, I can get a bike. Yeah. And my kids have bikes. Oh, and my girlfriend has a bike. We could all ride bikes." And then he started riding his bike. This is what he'd been doing as a kid that he loved, and he's back in love with it. So my advice is find something you love. Don't worry about what your neighbor's doing, your sister's doing, your brother-in-law's doing. What do you like to do? Because if you like it, you're going to do it. If you don't like it and you're doing it to appease others, I give that about less than a week, and it's done. So, right? So I think find something that you really love. It could be Zumba. It could be dancing. I have clients who are like, I like to put whatever station on their radio and dance while they're putting their laundry away. And they work up a sweat. And they do this, and it's more activity, and more activity breeds momentum, inertia for more activity. So start with something you like. It doesn't matter if nobody else in your family likes it.
You know what? That is so true, because there's certain things I don't like to do. Like, I'll go to the gym. I like functional training, 45 minutes and I am done. Me, I don't like to be at the gym for 2 to 3 hours. That's just not me.
Yeah.
I have a friend who doesn't like the gym, but he goes hiking. He goes rock climbing. That's physical fitness for him. So he loves doing that. So, I'm all for do what you love to do.
Right.
But I'm going to touch on this other question. Women mostly, right?
Yeah.
There's always been a myth that's going on, and probably still going on, that weight training is going to bulk you up. It's going to make you look, less feminine. That's why some women don't do it, because they don't want all those muscles. They're not trying to enter a bodybuilding contest, so to speak. But that is a myth. So the question is, can you touch on the subject of cardio training versus weight training for fat loss, and touch on the topic of women having that misconception on weight training?
Well, that one, you can go buy a Maserati and that's not going to make you a race car driver. So going and lifting weights is not going to make you bulked up and become a bodybuilder, first of all. So what I think that I would say to women is muscle is your friend, especially as we age. So as we age, all of us are going to lose muscle. So they say after age 30, all of us, you're going to lose as much as 3 to 5% of your muscle mass per decade. So this is called sarcopenia. So it's muscle loss as we age. So you also want to worry about bone density, especially as women. So osteoporosis, we need to be doing weight-bearing exercise for bone health, but we also want to keep on muscle so that muscle burns more calories. So to get to your question about the cardio versus strength training, cardio, sure, you'll burn some calories, but when you're strength training, you're building muscle, and muscle at rest increases your resting energy expenditure. So you just sitting there watching TV, if you're building muscle, your body is chewing and burning through calories. When you're doing the cardio, it's pretty much you're only burning calories when you're doing that cardio. So you get on the elliptical for 30 minutes, you burn whatever, which the machine's going to overestimate it. So I wouldn't use that number as gospel, but then you get off that machine and that's it. That burn is pretty much done. But after a strength training session, you're getting this afterburn. And so your body's still going to be burning calories. So, I'm just very biased towards, they both matter, but I'm really a proponent of strength training, especially for women. So, let's say weight training equals increased lean muscle mass, which equals a higher metabolic rate, which equals more calories burned. So ultimately, this is where you want to be. But sure, cardio is good for your heart. It's good for moving your lymph fluid through your body, that's a healthy thing. And, breathing, respiration, we want to do that. We want to, have deep in and out exhalations. So there's good positive benefits to both, and certainly use them in conjunction. But don't worry about getting super bulky. That's unless you're, as a woman, getting testosterone injections of some sort, you're not going to be able to do what a man can do. We're just built differently.
Wow. I tell you, hold that thought. We're going to take another break. And when we get back, we're going to pick it up. And Michelle, you can finish it off, because I got to start putting this stuff in the car. I got to catch a plane. So I tell you, we're going to take a station break, but absolutely fantastic information that you're putting out there, Jen. We'll see you shortly after the break.
There is much truth in a journey that ain't over yet, as all of us journey through life's precious gift of time, just like James Cooley has. Hi, I'm Noah Dingley, producer of The James Cooley Show, It's Your Life. There's a new audio version of James' book, Country Boy, City Boy, A Journey That Ain't Over Yet. You can join James as he shares his true life story of struggle and success in America. It's both a cautionary tale and a roadmap to achieving the American dream. This is a must listen for anyone who thinks they're stuck in life or needs to understand their current situation is not their final destination. Country Boy, City Boy, A Journey That Ain't Over Yet is the unfiltered truth to provide hope for the future by challenging you to refuse to become a victim of life's circumstances. It dares you to be an overcomer, because a bigger, better, and more impactful life awaits you. Get the new audio version of Country Boy, City Boy, A Journey That Ain't Over Yet by James Cooley on Amazon.com or wherever audiobooks are sold.
Life is a series of circles and cycles, crazes and stages.
Hello, welcome back to the James Cooley Show. It's your life, and Jen, we really needed this. I'm talking about the world needs this. They need to understand, and they need to, focus on getting their bodies and their mind and their soul, all of those things in balance. So I want to thank you. Yeah, I'm gonna turn it over to Michelle probably to the end of the show because I got a couple of things I got to do. So Michelle, you got it. You got it.
I got it. So Jen, I'm just really excited about this topic and you explaining what a health coach does and also talking about, physical fitness as well. So, there's some people who may not be in a situation where, let's say, maybe their neighborhood is not safe, or maybe they can't afford a gym.
Right.
So what do you say to them regarding physical fitness?
Right. Well, that's my specialty because I have not wanted that to be a detriment or a deterrent for people to engage in moving their body more. So if you have access to Instagram, I have IGTV videos, I have on my Facebook page, I have body weight workouts. So you just need a very, very small section of space. I've done these workouts I put together for everyone to do. I do them myself. So I know what you need and what sort of space. And you can do these in hotel rooms, tiny, tiny spaces. So I would look whether it's my workouts or someone else's workouts that you could do at home. You can go on YouTube. If you have access to the internet, you could look on YouTube. There's lots of free body weight workouts. If you don't have that, I would say set a timer for, if you're a beginner, set a timer for 5 minutes or 10 minutes. And I would sit down and get up off your couch without using your hands for as many reps as you can. If you have stairs in your house, I would walk up and down your stairs. Mm-hmm. If you can manage a push-up, I would do some push-ups. If you can't manage a push-up, I would just get into a plank and just hold yourself up in a push-up position. Mm-hmm. So these are things you could do at home with no equipment. And for however long duration you want. I have clients who have gone to rec centers or YMCAs or shopping malls. I know those are kind of on the decline, but indoor spaces with a group, 2 or more people so you would have some safety in numbers. Mm-hmm. And they will walk around the mall, walk around Walmart. I mean, we have big stores that have lots of walkways. So go to Target, go to the grocery store, go to Walmart, go to, the Home Depots or whatnot, and just walk, get your steps in. So there's ways that you can be in community with others and feel safe and also not spend money and also not need a gym membership and not need special equipment. And you are the owner of that, however long you want to do it and what exactly you want it to look like. So utilize your resources online. Mm-hmm. And grab your neighbor and say, hey, let's go over to that YMCA. They have a free, whatever sort of class. We can go dance, go Zumba, whatever they want to engage in.
What's interesting, growing up in New York City, it's a walking city. So it's, I could walk for 2-3 miles. It didn't affect me at all. So I, always, and I still walk now, maybe not as much, but instead of taking that bus, if you can walk 45 minutes to your destination, as long as, the area is safe and it's, sidewalk friendly for pedestrians, go do that walk instead of taking an Uber. Just walk. So, I definitely encourage that. But, on social media, we see so many different exercises. It says, don't do this, do that. Oh, do it this way. Don't do it this way. One of the most important things is about form, on how you exercise. You can exercise like even a simple squat, but you may not be doing it properly and you can really hurt yourself in the long run. So can you make sense, and can you just tell us about how do we make sense of all these videos online from these quote unquote people who are not certified?
Right.
Like say, wow, I learned this at my gym. I'm going to make a video and just blast it on.
Absolutely. Well, so first of all, we got to stop looking at all these other people doing circus tricks and exercises as our gurus. And I would say, find someone you trust. If you can hire a coach, even if a personal trainer, even if it's just for one session, so they can see how you move, see about past injuries, see about any compensations that you have in your body. But I like your example of the squat. I think there's a misnomer that we all need to move the same way because we are all anatomically built differently. We have different femur lengths. We have different, some of us, our joints aren't as robust as the next person. So I think honor what you're feeling in your body. And that comes back to some of the stuff we talked about, the mind-body connection. If something hurts, don't push through it. Let's find a different way. So case in point, if you're doing a squat and you're feeling some pinchiness and some pain, why don't you try, there's a number of things. Widen your stance, turn your right foot out, turn your left foot out. There's ways that you're not going to be symmetrical. There's no one perfect way to do this. So find your right, what happens when you turn your right foot out? Oh gosh, that feels good. I can really do this and it feels fine. Okay, then that's how you're going to do your squat now. So it's listening to your body and not trying to push through pain because you think that that's what you're told you need to do. So I would say close off the noise, find a professional you trust, whether it's in person that you pay or it's online that you've watched their content over a long period of time and you really trust them. And ask for their advice, ask, hey, can I send you a video? Someone wants to ask me, can you look at this? What do you think about this? And you're going to help them become embodied in their body and how their body innately wants to move. And you should feel good. It should not feel painful. It should not feel like arduous. It should feel, motion is lotion. I like to say your joints, when you move your body, your joints produce synovial fluid. So you should be getting some natural WD-40 in your joints when you move. So you should be feeling like $1 million. You shouldn't feel like you've just been broken down. So that's my advice. Listen to your body and move in ways that feel good.
And I listen to my body because I don't like doing burpees. So my trainer's like, just walk them out. I'm like, that's the best advice ever. And I just want to say, and what do you think about this? And we're running out of, we have a couple of minutes left. So we're just going to get through a couple more questions. But what are your thoughts on, you want your trainer to push you, but also be cognizant of things that you might not be able to do or certain positions. So if your trainer's pushing you to do something that hurts you or having you lift more weight and it's uncomfortable, that may not be the trainer for you or the gym for you.
Absolutely. You are the owner of your body and you only get one of them. You can, communication is key. Hey, personal trainer friend, I can't do that. That doesn't feel good. If they say, suck it up, quit being a baby, that should be your last session. If they will show compassion to you, oh gosh, I had no idea that was because sometimes we don't speak up, right? We just want to grin and bear it and push through because we don't want to look like we're not tough. So maybe the trainer doesn't know that that's hurting you. So I say communicate. If it is not well received, I would take my money elsewhere because there are a lot of trainers and you have one body and you should enjoy your workouts and your body, you should feel great. It's the fountain of youth and you should feel good. Not that you've just aged yourself in 5 years in one workout. And if you're injured, you can't work out for a while, right?
Exactly.
Workout time.
Jen, real quick, as we get older, other bodies get older, natural aging process, we tend to gain more weight and our metabolism slows down. Is this normal with aging?
So it goes back to that sarcopenia that you are going to lose that muscle mass, but you don't have to accept that. You can still keep lifting your weights, climbing your stairs, being active. I think what happens is people, as they age, they're less active. They really are. They just kind of aren't. Oh, when I was younger, I did that. Well, why aren't you still doing it? Use it or lose it. So use it or lose it. It doesn't have to be your fate. It is a natural part, losing that muscle mass, but you can push against that and fight against it and maintain and build as much muscle as you want to put the effort towards.
So what takeaways do you want to leave with our audience regarding the benefits of a health coach?
The benefits of the health coach, I want to leave you with, try a session with a health coach. Ask for a discovery call, a complimentary session, and see what they can help you with. Bring all of your big dreams and goals and visions and be honest about it. Say, I had given up on this, but this is what I wanted to do. How can you help me do that? And collaborate and let's bring this vision to life. So that's my advice.
Wow. Hey, Jen, I want to thank you so much for taking time to come on the show. We got to have you back. We got to have you back.
Absolutely. I would love to.
So
I had a blast with you both. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. So we're going to get you back on real soon. But I got to close this out. Just like what you said, you need a health coach, a fitness coach, mind, body, and soul. You need all those things. I want to thank everybody for listening. We'll be back same time tomorrow. It's your life. I'm Dr. James J.C. Cooley. We'll see you tomorrow.